and let's jump into the best episode of Empire I've ever seen, man. That one that just the one that just only starred Jussie Smollet. He got his own episode, man. Turned out to be it has turned out to be one of the best series out there because of this guy. That's my favorite episode. Man. You might have heard already. Jussie Smollett, or Jussie. Again, I'll say it. That's how I knew that this brother was wrong. Can't even spell his name right. Don't ever trust anybody who can't spell the name Jesse. You know, it's a very easy name.
It's a pretty simple name.
It's a very simple name. You put a U where the E should be, you already know you wrong.
Damn.
Identified as Ola and Abel Osundairo, were captured on surveillance video when Smollett said he was attacked.
There's any justice.
Ola Osundairo is connected to Smollett through the hit show Empire.
Time? Is it? Did the timer go off?
Oh, yes, it is. It is
went
time.
on. All right.
Are you ready?
Like, hey, listen, I like my foolishness fresh.
Oh, I do. Don't get no fresher than when it's in dtmerch.com. That's what I'm ready for. Yeah, man. Don't worry. We'll get to the foolishness. Let's talk about this fashionable foolishness that we have right here, though. You know, we got the shirts. We got that Kung Fu TJ shirt right there. Hey, you know what? Get that classic look with that classic black tee with the white logo. Oh, we got many other items in there. And we even make your phone fashionable with that phone cover. And we have the gift of choice for you. And remember to support us at doubletoasted.com. That's how we get by with your support out there. You know, that's how we keep these shows coming to you because of your subscriptions. I'm looking at this, and I don't want to jump to any kind of conclusions or anything because
don't want to do. Nope.
No, because it's not done yet. If you don't know the story, you probably I'll just give it to you briefly. This man has. He came out and he said that he was beat down by two assailants, and they not only did they beat him down, but they yelled out, "This is MAGA country," which is "Make America Great Again." You know, that goes back to Trump's slogan and everything, which for a lot of people that ties back into racism. And then they made homophobic slurs about my man because he is gay.
Not the homophobic slurs.
Not the homophobic, the homophobic, all of that, man. They dropped that N-word. And then they laid him down with the F2. They gave him the 1-2 punch.
And made him cry like this. Look at his
made him cry.
Gave him the right and the left.
The right and the left. And then he went on to the news the next day and he talked about how, you know, this thing happened and how, you know, the racist and homophobic turmoil in this country was a big thing that lent itself to this. And somebody started looking into it. Scooby-Doo and the gang, they said, yeah, this don't really add up. You know, this is
Zoink.
Zoink. Scoob's like, hey, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, what do you think? I actually heard it was Scooby and Shaggy that attacked him. Like, stay down, because this is MAGA country, man. But no, it came out. Okay, just to get to it. They said it was a hoax. The police started looking into it. Some other news came out, and things just weren't starting to add up well. They said, nah, this just doesn't sound right. You know.
Well, the shoe started to fall apart when they was asking. Apparently they were asking for his cell phone, and he refused to give it to them.
Yeah, see, that's the first thing, man.
Started silly.
That's you know, and I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Me neither.
Maybe he just, you know, maybe he's got too many dicks on there and he don't want the police to see or something. You know, I don't know.
Hey, be proud of them dicks.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah, you know, these are my dicks, sir. I do not wish to share them
all
with
the
anyone.
dick pics he collected all these years.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
I thought he has his own dick collage or some shit.
Yeah, it's probably got pictures in there with all kinds of dicks in his face. You know, you don't want anybody to see that just yet. That's his private business. I get it. I understand. And the only thing that's been throwing people off right now is that he has been strongly defending this. My man has been coming out and saying, "Listen, You think that this stinks? Well, I think it stinks that you don't believe me, that you would dare drop the word. Oh, right now, what can be worse than the N word and the F word? Oh, that H word. Hoax. And he has been out there in the oh my God. And you know, and from the very beginning, he came out, you know, it's kind of switched from him because, you know, he went on Good Morning America and he was playing the victim strong. Hey, you know, this is what happened. Then, yes, indeed, he truly is a victim here. But the next day, a couple of days after, he changed the narrative. He went from playing the victim to, you know what, nah, man, I'm the hero in this story.
Oh.
And above all, I fought the fuck back. I'm the gay Tupac.
Whoa, here we go.
If you mean Tupac like he faked his own death, then sure. You know
Wow.
No, again, don't.
That part? Yeah, that gay Tupac. Okay.
Yeah, that gay Tupac.
Okay.
Homer Valley. I want to, and this is why we're bringing this up. We talked about it yesterday, but there are some things that people are questioning outside of this too. People are questioning mainly with everything that seems to be crumbling apart right now. Why would people just not come right out and just go ahead and call it for what it is? Bullshit. Why are people still trying to stick by this guy? Why are people still getting his back? You know, why are people still wanting to believe this narrative, which has so many holes in it right now? And we're gonna examine that. And Oz, once I lay it out for you, because I think you said, you haven't probably heard the latest on this,
right?
But we'll try to, we'll try to find out for you. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, why would anybody want to defend this guy when Scooby and the gang actually pulled off the mask and found out zoinks, it's two Jamaican dudes.
Police say the two men identified as Ola and Abel Osundairo, both brothers, apparently left Chicago for Nigeria on the day of the alleged attack and were detained when they returned this past Wednesday.
Yeah, two Nigerian dudes. Mm-hmm. Two Nigerian dudes, one of them on the show, and they so they have this close connection that wasn't mentioned before. And these guys came out, and I'll play the rest of this because we played this yesterday. It came down to where they went in and trashed the apartment. That the police went in there and just they did a deep dive search of what these guys what they might have potentially been hiding. It turns out that they did buy the rope that was because that's another thing besides the beatdown, the attack. There was also a rope, and we assumed that it was in the shape of maybe a rope, a noose, which would be, connected to lynching. So they put a rope around his neck, which is going to kind of indicate lynching, or maybe it was a noose. And then they put like some, they said a chemical substance on him, which people later said was bleach. Mm. They found out these guys had actually bought the rope, and they did have some connection to the bleach too.
Chicago detectives tore through an apartment looking for clues, and evidence log shows they found ropes, masks, and bleach. Complete.
And they did attack in ski mask too. So
they had the masks.
They had everything. They had the whole grocery list.
What a bad day to go do laundry.
They had a receipt next to it as well. Like they bought it from Home Depot or something.
Yeah, exactly. They just had the receipt lying there on the desk.
We just bought it yesterday. The date is on it.
Yeah, so they had the whole grocery list. They got the rope, the mask, and the bleach. And they and they see the connection that's tied with the brothers. Now they're saying that maybe the brothers are claiming that from Nigeria. The brothers are claiming that this was rehearsed. They got paid $4,000 to go out there and do this. And this is what's really puzzling people. They're found with all the items that were used in the attack, but they aren't arrested. What's going on with this? Let me get it from you, Oz. At this point, how does this look to you?
Well, from what everybody's for what the evidence you're putting out in front and what they're trying to say, like it sounds like this guy's lying. But at the same time, you can't be quick to judge what's going on. We've seen how things go flip back and forth. you know, it looks one way, and next thing you know, oh, it's this way, oh, it's back to this way again. So, you know, it's best to shut the hell up and just see what happens. But it's always fun to speculate on this show. So, so as it's looking right now, this dude is a liar. Damn, man.
Like, it looks great. Like they found out my lies.
He's like, why did they hide that goddamn receipt?
Two black dudes attacking you and calling you N-word and stuff. Like, that's why I'm saying at least get white people to attack you. Like, even if you pay them, when they find them, at least it looks a little bit more real.
Nah, he wants to make sure to stay black always.
Yeah, yeah.
Support black businesses.
I was about to say support black businesses. But this is different. You know, this is something that has huge ramifications. If this guy's lying, and you know, and again, going back to the question, why would anyone believe him? And you know what? A lot of this comes down to people thinking that it all comes from, because this is what's, you know, if we're not careful, and it fortunately hasn't gone around that much yet, maybe a few comment sections, but a lot of people want to blame it on hate for Trump supporters.
That goddamn hat again.
That hat. I mean, the
so
moment,
much trouble.
That hat, man, and it's funny because there was not, I think I might have been one of those people, I'm not sure, but everybody heard MAGA. Make America great again. You know, this hat might as well be the new Klan hood right here.
It is
swastika.
Kinda.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah, you remember that dude at the vape store?
The vape store, yeah, when he was wearing that hat. But people heard MAGA here. Now, no MAGA hats were worn, but everybody, once we heard "Make America Great Again," we imagined we didn't even see people. We saw two hats attacking a black man, a gay black man. You know, man, what people? I just saw two hats running away.
I saw two red hats running away.
Yeah.
You can't miss them.
I have to tell you, no hats might have been involved in the incidents. No Trump supporters might have been involved in the incidents. I will say that it's not a big stretch to think that, and this is why people, I think, easily bought into it. Because if this is false, if this is truly a hoax, we don't know yet. But
definitely want to stress that we don't know if it's true or false, but we just speculating right now.
Yeah, you know, we are speculating. We're not making any judgments. But as far as, you know, why would it be so easy to believe in the beginning? Because I know some people are saying, well, you know, from the beginning it sounded kind of fishy, and I'm like, nah, you know, no. I didn't. I'm telling you right now, I didn't. Yeah. And it's not because I want to jump on the issue of racism, but we have to be honest and say that we're living in a very racially charged and even culturally charged environment right now. Yes, we cannot deny the videos that we have seen and the stories that we have seen. And we have seen it mostly happening to the main targets that we see put in the middle of these again politically charged incidents. Are culturally charged incidents, and those are people that speak another language. How many videos have we seen where people have been in a store somewhere, they've been talking to somebody and minding their own business, and somebody who needs to be minding their own goddamn business is telling them to speak English or go back to where you came from.
Go back to wherever the fuck you come from, lady. They can't act like they come here to live and act like everybody else. Get in the back of the line like everybody else does.
I mean, you know, that's just a tiny slice of that tirade that woman gave right there. And we've seen this, man. We've seen the police calls. You know, we've seen we've seen we've seen the riots that have happened. We've seen people who are actually killed behind this. Charlottesville, man. It's not hard to like think that this is far fetched. Yeah, but the hate for Trumps, I don't think that are hate for Trump supporters. I don't think that that's completely it. I mean, maybe for some, but that as far as people hanging on to what might possibly be the truth for this guy, or for people who say that this guy clearly is making this up, but you still want to hang on to this this so-called truth that he's putting out. Yeah. Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. And I just think what really put the nail in his coffin in a lot of people's eyes is him not giving up the cell phone when he asked to. I think that was that kind of raised some eyebrows and really put him in a bad situation. Now, again, I don't know what was on the cell phones. He did hand it over after a couple of days now, so maybe that'll help put a lot of this stuff to rest.
I'm not trying to like bend over backwards to defend the guy, but at the same time, let me just say this. So why hang on to what Jussie Smollett might be talking about or to his accusations? And the reason why is because, well, first of all, you don't want to go in and make a judgment on somebody when you don't know all the facts. Correct. So just saying that, I'm not saying I believe him. I'm not saying I don't believe him. I'm just saying, like, man, you know, it's just like with everything else. And people get mad about this all the time. If I don't know, I don't want to say. Right. A lot of people are already making fun of this guy like he's guilty, and he possibly could be. But I'm not going to say anything until I know the truth, because my ass ain't gonna be sitting up there looking dumb when they say Jussie Smollet innocent. You know.
That's why I gotta stress. This is all the speculation we talking about. That's it. Yeah. We're not saying yay or nay either way.
Yep. Yeah, we don't know. Maybe those Nigerian guys are very, very deep Trump supporters.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Shit, you know, maybe
they love Trump, you know?
Yeah, maybe this is the most amazing case of blackface we've ever seen. Maybe these are white guys, you know, I don't know. You know? But the bigger issue, besides not wanting to make a judgment against somebody who might not be guilty, we don't have all we still don't have all the information. The bigger picture is, why would somebody want to lose more than they can gain? What is there to gain from this story? I don't know, but I do know. I know damn sure what's to lose from it. I don't look. Like I say, this episode of Empire we're watching right now. That's the first episode I really watched all the way through. Tell you, I got to get back into this show, man. It's good. It's getting good now.
What? Imagine if this was some sort of crazy, elaborate promotion for Empire.
Well, that's what people thought. Like, maybe, like, listen, if this is something where you come out at the end of it, and as you say, you come out, you're like, da-da, got you. You better turn around and run the fuck out of here, because everybody's gonna beat your ass if you done this. Yeah. Taking up all this news resources and people's days and stressing people out. Now, this is bullshit.
This is beyond crying wolf. This is crying some bullshit right here.
You thought these Nigerians beat his ass. We'll beat his ass for real.
That's crazy.
Shit, in the name of black, white, and every other color in between. I'll put that fucking hat on and make this story real. I was like, this shit's gonna be real one way or another.
You're gonna attack him.
I will attack him.
You gonna give me a show, goddamn.
Yeah. I'll get everything on that grocery list and buy that hat as extra and beat the fuck out of him.
And call him the N word and the F word.
I will. I'll leave the F word out of it, but I'll have a gay person next to me to call him the F word. We're gonna make this story true. The thing with this is that it really is confusing, because you say, what if this is some promotion for Empire? Yeah. A lot of people thought, now there was a rumor going around that maybe he was going to be taken off the show, but on the show, he's one of the most popular characters from what I understand. Mm-hmm. On the show, I mean, he's always been kind of a beloved character. People really do like this guy, and they say that his part on the show is not in jeopardy at the moment.
Thank you.
Things seem to be more promising for him than they seem in jeopardy. Things seem to be more promising than him than not. You know, I really don't know what it is. And being that people like him on the show, being that people really enjoy his character, and if his character is not going to be written off the show, dude has fans. Why would he want to betray his fans?
When we do find out, we will find out, as far as if this won't be swept under the rug. If it is a case where he is lying, we'll hear why.
I think Terrence Howard just found out the truth.
Shit,
man. That nigga was lying, man. No, it really is something where even when he told his story, you see that he's out there. He's got fans.
So now we can do our own recording.
That's horrible if you're manipulating people like that. That's why I don't understand. You're manipulating people that love you already, and then you take them and put this narrative out there to manipulate them for what? For what reason?
I think he got more fans because of this, dude.
You know what?
I'm sure he picked up more fans because of this.
And if he did pick up more fans because he's telling the truth, then hey, you know what? More power to him, man. I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for him if that's the case. I'm very happy to see him getting support. I'm very happy to see people, especially supporting a gay black man, because I know how it is, man. I know people on the down low bring people, you know, especially the black people. They invite black people over. We feed them. We have fun and everything. And then the neighbor comes in. Get this faggot out of my house. You know, what are you doing here?
We was just having fun. God damn it.
Yeah, pull out a broom and shit. Scat, scat, you homo. It tears things apart, man, if he's lying and it's so much damage. That's why I say this is so much bigger than him. This is not about his career anymore. This is not about his fans. This is not about his music. This is about how many people that he will hurt. Not him, but how many other the public out there, how he will hurt the people who have made so much progress just in this year alone, or in 2018 alone, with all the stuff that we've seen that have come out. You know, because here's the deal. Like the victims of rape, which is horrible, and it's more horrible that people, you know, that the victims of rape have to take the burden of proof a lot of times to tell people what happened. You know what I'm saying, Us?
Oh, yeah, no. You know, the rape victims, they have to come out and tell this story multiple times.
Yep. And
multiple times. And people looking at them, you know, with disdain. You know what I mean? Some people don't believe him, but yet they got to still tell this story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
now he got this guy, you know, at the height of when, you know, people are being more welcoming to the gay community. You know what I mean? They're coming out, they're getting recognition, you know, they're getting their just due. And then you come out, you know, start lying. If this is the case, start lying and stuff. It's too early for this shit, man. Come on now.
Well, you know, it's gay and he's a man of color. Pretty much he's the like rape, victims of hate crime, man. They victims of racism, victims of hate crime, victims of homophobia, man. They you know, just like rape, people don't want, you know, it's a hard time getting people to believe that.
Of course.
At first, you know, it's a hard time getting, you know, to prove that to a lot of people. You all, you know, the burden is on you to do that. Yep. And for all the progress that we have done, you know, with all of that, with everything that we were able to go in and kind of prove on camera now these days, this Negro just took us 10 steps back.
It's going to be very devastating, you know, for the next person, God forbid this happens to. Now they're going to bring up this over and over again, if it's a lie. Because once that happens, like, oh, remember what happened with Jussie Smollet? So we got to, you know, really pay attention to this.
Yeah, you got, a lot of people say, man, you trying to Jussie me? You know, I don't want to buy it.
Exactly.
No, Jussie's fucking Jussie. I'm not Jussie. So everybody's going to be like, Jussie fucked up doesn't mean that I'm fucking up.
No, it doesn't, but it does make it harder. You know, just like when women, you know, when I hate hearing about when women have lied about rape. And I'm not saying that that's a rampant thing, but when it does happen, when somebody decides to lie, you know, that speaks, you know, that instead of speaking for that person, it speaks for the group. You know?
Yeah, it makes it bad. It makes it bad for the person that it really happens to, but they have to tell their story.
Yeah,
you know?
that's why.
And that's kind of what you're looking at now. If this is if this is a lie, you're looking at the next person that this happens to. You know, now the microscope has to come out, because right now, when he said it, everybody's like, well, that's what it is. Let's go get him.
Yep. This is nuclear, man. You know, this is why would this guy want to risk his career, risk losing the trust of the people that made him who he is, and also risk betraying the community? You know, why would you do this? I mean,
because he thought nobody wouldn't find out about it. You know?
Man, you had to be gay and black. You know, that is double hard. But we don't know. Again, we don't know. But that's why, at least I'm saying, I think a lot of people are really, they're waiting that last minute until we get that last shred of proof. You know, we can't, you know, people cannot afford to let this go just yet.
Well, I don't know if it's on purpose or just the way the process is, but you know, there's no reports coming out saying a bunch of stuff. It's just little reports here and there, you know, as far as, you know, what's going on with this investigation. No, we let these guys go. And that's all they said pretty much. But you know we got his phone. That's all they kind of said right now, as opposed to elaborating on anything else. You know what I mean? Seems like they've taken the time to make sure what it is what it is before they say anything.
Other than, you know, messing up his career. Because I tell you what, if this comes out to be like it is, you could say goodbye acting career. Hello, reality television. You know,
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, he'll be in a house with other D-list celebrities, you know, trying to keep from getting kicked out on some lame ass reality show. But beyond that, beyond his career, if they say it's possible that if this is a hoax, there could be legal repercussions too.
If it is a hoax, he can be in felony legal trouble, and I think that's part of the reason why he's lawyered up.
You know, that's from MSNBC. Now, who knows? But
felony of what? Fraud?
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, this is I forgot this woman's name here, but she gave a reason why. There was a reason why I said yesterday. Probably misuse of resources.
Okay.
Including the media. I mean, you're taking a lot of time from things, including time from the police. That's what she says.
You used a lot of time, the police, the energy, the citizens out in the city that were looking to help Jussie Smollett and to see if they could find his perpetrators, but we don't know yet, Candace. So, everybody should just slow the roll a little bit. Right?
Yeah, everybody can put that last disclaimer there, but we don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like they want to make if this is what it is, they trying to make an example out of this dude.
This is big, and it's, you know, a lot of people can sit back and scrutinize me like, oh, what you really call just for calling the cops? But I think they can do the same thing to you for calling 911. You know, if you call 911 because you didn't get cheese on your hamburger, you know, they can actually they can come and take you to jail for that, for misuse of 911.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, you know, it's foolish. I'm just saying that is one of those charges you thought you never heard of. You never really heard somebody get arrested and go to jail for that. But it will make sure that he goes to jail for that though this time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Those are the time you get a slap on the wrist.
He wouldn't go to jail for that. He would pay some money and stuff. But I was gonna say, I thought it was gonna be a fraud, you know, because like he's lying to police and all the authorities out there. That I don't know. That
is to a certain extent. I guess it is fraud in a way, you know. I mean, I don't know, you know. And like I'm, you know, and even if he doesn't spend any time in jail, I mean, I agree with Oz. Like, this is so big that they would try to. This is a celebrity, you know. If some prosecutor wants to come in and really slam this guy and get some time on him, they'll try to, because this is a big fish right here. We'll see. Like I say, man, I do not want to be. I don't know, and I'm still holding out that, you know, hopefully there's a reasonable explanation for all this craziness. I don't know what it'll be, but I'm really hoping that something comes out that is not as bad as we think it is. Because for right now, it is wild. But at this moment, I'm not going to be that asshole if he's been right all along. Because we don't know. You don't judge.
Hopefully there is a Scooby-Doo ending at the end of this.
Yes. Like it's the Nigerian Scoob. This old man on the look.
What was that?
Nothing makes my day like doing these shows, but you can make my day better by hitting that subscribe button. Also, check out the main site that we do, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find a longer form version of this video. Also, the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at dtmerch.com, and remember to always stay toasty.